Everyone, our heat wave's pretty much over. I pretty much took apart this plant the other day, and I'm just taking it apart even more. It's a geranium. It might bounce back. So she took a wicked beating in the heat. She was inside when I came home from Mexico in the pantry here beside me, and the nasturtiums didn't make it either. Anyways, I it was so full, this one. This is one that I overwintered too, but she took a really beating on this. So did my million bells. I'm gonna see if they come back. I trimmed them right back. They went purple from being a mixed color because of stress, but they might come back. Back to this. I'm gonna really take it right down and hopefully she comes back. I'm going out this morning. I'm going to meet my son-in-law's friend to give him his glasses. And I probably pick up a few little groceries. I haven't been eating much because it was so hot when I got back from Mexico. But this morning I ate oats and a piece of toast. I was just famished. Last night I only had plain rice. So I needed something in my stomach. So I ate the oats and I didn't feel satisfied. So I made a piece of toast. And I ate that too. So this plant, she did fine. Through the heat wave, and she's getting tons of little babies all over the place. So I'm very happy to announce that. I had a nasturtium plant over here. I need to clean up everything, but it wasn't doing well, as bad as these ones are. So I pulled it. Also, I pulled it for another reason. I needed the pot. Friend's mother's birthday's tomorrow, and I'm going, and I don't know what to buy her at her beautiful age. She has everything, but she likes Asian-inspired stuff. So I took my old pot. She's a thrifter, so she's not going to be insulted by this. And I emptied the nasturtiums out of it this morning because they were dying anyways. And I've had the pot probably 4 or 5 years. I really like it, but I like it enough that I'm going to share my like and give it to her with the orchid in it and that. I don't know what else to buy her. It's her 85th birthday. I hope she doesn't mind me saying that. I'm going to go out to the little gathering that they're having, and have lunch or dinner, whatever, with them. So that's what I'm taking with me. So we're going to go buy an orchid today somewhere. What do you buy someone? I mean, I started to think, what would I want? And I don't want anything either, so everything I want, I buy, right? Anyways, let's hopefully this comes back. I'm giving it a fighting chance by taking even the flowers that are going to bloom off and letting it come back and see if not orchids. Geraniums are pretty resilient. So it's garbage today, so I should run this down while I have the opportunity. And I'll probably take those apart too. I might not do it this morning because I don't have a lot of time here. I'm just trying to get this done and back into a spot. And it's not too sunny this morning, so we're getting a little bit of relief. I don't know if I should leave that. From this heat wave, which is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go jump in the shower and go get ready and do some errands and meet up with Juan, Mike's friend, my son-in-law's friend, and something else. I need to get groceries and probably run through a thrift store. Who knows? Well, I'm just getting ready to leave. I'm meeting Mike's friend at 1. At noon at College and Dovercourt. There is a thrift store, the one that I'm not crazy about on Dovercourt. So I might go to that one and check that out. I got a bunch of recycle to take down and it's recycle day, so I better do that. And I think the orchid's a good idea for the gift. Hold on a minute. This was the vase that I've had, or the planter I've had forever. And you probably saw me plant nasturtiums in it, because I did, but they died because of the heat wave. So I just cleaned it all up as good as I could. And I'm gonna buy a pretty orchid and put it in that. I think I'm just gonna wear a nice little summer dress to that. I was gonna talk about a few things about Mexico City that made me, a few things, well, everybody's got a different point of view on everything. My experience was the customer service was bar far probably the best I've seen in years. The people were so kind, and you actually felt seen and heard. That's probably the biggest thing I got of it. The city itself is stunning. And people ask me, oh, aren't you scared or whatever? There's nothing to be scared of. It's a beautiful city. It's safe. I mean, tourism's a big thing to them, so they're not out to hurt tourists. I mean, if you go looking for trouble, are you going to find it? Sure, you can find that in any city. You can find that down the street from me. And I feel safe in my neighborhood. I felt just as safe as I do here. How's that? Another thing I took away from it is people got to really experience history and culture. And I've noticed a lot of this generation is trying to delete history. And I even had this conversation with Mike and Courtney, and they're like, yeah, well, the people, like, you know, I understand from their point of view, I mean, the slavery thing and all that stuff. That's fine. I'm not saying they need statues and everything. But if they take the statue down, maybe they need to put a plaque and say, this is what happened and this is what was here. And the reason I'm saying that is they need to not forget history so it doesn't get repeated again. Because there's still a lot of that racialism and stuff going on in the world. And people can say, oh, no, it's not as bad. Yeah, it is bad. Trust me, it's still out there. I see it. I see how people talk to other people. I've traveled enough in the world. I have a biracial child. So I'm aware of this kind of stuff more than maybe the average person is. So I think when you go on these things and you realize we're all the same, and there was a picture that was painted maybe 100 years ago. And it was a man standing there with an x-ray machine, or maybe 80 years ago or something. And in the machine, there was all kind of nations around him. I don't know who the artist is, but he was trying to say, once you do the x-ray, we're all the same inside. And it's so true. So, you know, maybe people need to experience other cultures in order to understand them. And we all live differently and eat differently and all that. So that would be a big reason why people should travel. Get outside the box a bit. So many people haven't left their state or their province or whatever. And it's so important to see other cultures and try new foods and stuff. If you don't like it, don't continue to eat it. But there's nothing wrong with trying it. I pretty much like everything but olives. There's a few things maybe I don't want to eat, like, you know, brains and things like that, or bugs and stuff. There was a bug tour there that I read about, that you go on and eat bugs and stuff. But that's totally not for me. What else did I'm going to just maybe do the top 3. Well, spending time with Courtney and Mike is always beautiful, and I, you know, cherish that time. But I think overall it was a beautiful experience. And overall it was just a great experience. So I tell everyone, get up and go travel. You only live once. And you know, we spend money on a lot of silly stuff that means meaningless. So if you got to save a little bit, I'm not saying you have to do big trips either. You can do little trips. That was just a 5-day trip. I've done trips that cost thousands of dollars, you know, $10,000, $20,000. But I've also done trips that, well, this trip was pretty much paid for. I just bought a few dinners and things like that. So I lucked out, but I have, it was a gift from the kids, which was beautiful. Anyways, I am going to go about my day. Definitely time to go. One of my bracelets, and this is something I'm really happy about, broke the morning I was leaving to Mexico, one of my tennis bracelets. I've never taken my tennis bracelets off, ever. This is a Pandora bracelet, but these ones are tennis diamond bracelets. And I never take them off. So I got out of bed that morning to get ready to have a shower, and it broke and it fell on the floor. And I'm really glad that happened here. So I do have it in my wallet. I'm going to take it to the jeweler's today and drop it off. If he can do it today, great. And if not, I'll go back and pick it up next week or something. I am going to try to get a few projects done around the house here. I still have my tassel project. To be honest, the video is almost done. I'm just got to finish it, and I have it, and it's been sitting on hold in my stack for probably 3 months now. And that's not even exaggerating. I started a project on the stairs and then just painted over it because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So there's a few things behind the scenes you guys don't even know about that I've done. You know, they're flops, and it's not that I'm embarrassed to show a flop. It's just it was no point in continuing to finish videotaping. And what am I going to do, show half a video? So I just kind of kept the video and stored it a bit and maybe come back to it later. I think that's about it. So today is going to find an orchid to put in here for a little gift. do a little bit of grocery shopping, might run by a thrift store. And tomorrow is the little party. So tomorrow I pressed a dress already. And I think I pressed two. Well, I pressed a bunch, but my clothes, but I pressed the brush and put them on the door over here. So I'll pick from one or two. It's not a fancy party. I'm just going to go comfortable. Probably make a nice dinner. I haven't been eating properly since I've been at home. One, from the heat, and two, had a little bit of an upset stomach when I got back. I'm fine now. But so I'm going to definitely make myself a nice meal. I really am. I see I got lipstick up above. But that's it. So I'll see you guys out on the streets. I don't need to water this morning. We had a little bit of rain last night, and that's what cooled it down. And this morning, it just feels so fresh in here. I have all the windows open. I'm airing out the house from that heat wave. We went up to about 117, so it was pretty hot. I think 100 was about the average, but I think at one point it went that high. Pretty hot. I know a lot of people in Texas see that kind of stuff, but I'm in Canada, we don't see that. We get like, 85, 90s maybe, but in the summer. People don't realize that Canada gets this warm. We have true 4 seasons. I mean, we get down to -10 too in Toronto, sometimes -15. Where my sister lives, -40 in the winter. But her summers aren't as hot as ours either. She's in the Alberta prairies. And I'm surrounded by 5 Great Lakes. So what happens here is it might be 35, but it's really 45 because of the humidity from all the lakes, right? We have 5 Great Lakes around the province of Ontario. I know most of my subscribers are American, so sometimes I talk in Fahrenheit and sometimes I talk in Celsius. In Canada, we do Celsius, like most of the world, and America's still on the old system, but that's okay. I know both. I was taught both. So I'm not saying I know it both exactly, but I know enough that it's, let's say if it's 35, it's 95 or something. So anyways, I'm babbling now, so I'm going to go. I just put a yellow blouse on today. I put a little brooch on. I have a white pair of slacks on, just a cotton pair. And I'm just going to wear a pair of sandals and go out and about and do my few errands. See you on the streets. Okay, I found an auto body just up from my house. Or not far from my house, I should say, going towards the thrift store this morning. So I pulled in, he put my plate back on the car, and he's gonna fix up the scratch in the front and stuff. So I'm gonna come next Wednesday, and he's gonna book me an appointment. They're just too backed right now to even talk about it. See, I don't have a new car, so I'm not trying to look for, top of the line everything, but I want it fixed. Anyways, I'm off to the thrift store now. I'm up at Value Village now. I'm going to go over to the Ample there. They have a little florist spot over there. See if they have an orchid. I got the car looked at. Going to make an appointment next week. And there was something else. Oh, I met my son-in-law's friend. Gave him his glasses. He's such a nice guy. We sat on a park bench and talked for a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna go see what's going on in here. Not really looking for much. Only thing on my list is maybe a prettier coffee cup than I did find. Still looking for a plate. Fiesta ware plate. Let's take a peek. Never know. And then I'm gonna go across the street. So let's go see what we find. Take a look at the art section. You just don't know, right? What you'll find. I'll look in the book section too. I've been finding some good books lately, which is a good thing. Erin's birthday's coming up too. I don't have a clue what I'm gonna get her. That cool. I like it. It's colorful. Very pretty, isn't it? Cute for your glasses. This is kind of pretty too, isn't it? Sydney. Beautiful. Bull-headed swan. It's $20 though. Very pretty. Piggy's cute over here. Not the little piggy, but it is cute. Oh, that's nice. Let me go look at that. This is nice. That could work too. $4.99. That's nice. But that's not what I'm here for. I have a pot I'm going to use for the plant. So I don't need to buy another one, but I could use that one to figure this out. I'm going to go look for a plant. Hope I can find an orchid. I think I'm going to stick with that idea. Depends what I find, I guess. Kind of cute, aren't they? I don't know what they're used for, but they're cute. There's two of them. And this pottery butter dish is lovely. I don't need a butter dish, guys, but I can oh, it's got a chip. Thank goodness, because it is nice. Mama Bear. Okay. Mama Brooke. Okay. I'm not gonna spend too much time in here today. I got a few little things I still gotta do. And I do think I wanna make a nice dinner. I haven't made a nice dinner in a little bit. So I think I wanna make one that lasts a couple days. Finding any fiesta. I just need one more plate. Nothing in the mug department either. Not that I'm looking for anyways. They're pretty for the fall, aren't they? They're very pretty. But there wasn't 5 of them. They are pretty. Wonder what I could use them on. The right thing, so that's out. Unfortunately, I would have used one in the kitchen. They're $3.99. The price is good, just that, yeah. Well, the orange is kind of cool too. Old one would look nice too in the kitchen, but again, it's the wrong. I need the point that grabs the bulb, or even that kind would work, but it's not gonna fit. I don't have a lot of small lamps. I had been looking for one for the crystal one I got from Debbie, but I had 2 lampshades for it now, and I bought 2, and none of them looked right. I gotta find the right piece. I'll find it though one day. Haven't found anything. I'm gonna look in the linens like I always do, and see if there's any pretty. Found a beautiful chair cover, you know, like for the kitchen. But there's only one and I need 2, so I'm not gonna bother. It was only $4 and it was made out of really heavy, you know, in upholstery fabric with like monkeys and everything all over it and elephants. It was beautiful. I forgot to show you guys, but anyways, long story short, I didn't buy it, so it doesn't matter anyways. Well, I didn't find a thing, and that's okay too. I don't have to always find things, but I didn't even find anything that was kind of cute. So I'm gonna go look for a plant now for Kate, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I did see a couple nice canvases, but I'm not gonna paint anything, so I'm not an artist that way. I just, you know, the deal was there, that's all. What is this? She's kind of cute. Oh my goodness. She's adorable. She's got her little raincoat on. She's a little ducky. How much is she? $9, and she's got a broken leg. Come on, people. Make that a deal. But she's cute. I need another mosaic. It's kind of cute. What is this? Welcome. Little ladybug. Welcome to what? I guess if you had a little fairy house or something in the garden, that could work, right? He's a funny looking little doggy. Isn't he cute? I kind of like this little duck. I think it's kind of cool. But, yeah. Okay, I've looked here twice, so nothing. Oh, I remember having these. Wait, there was 3 of them. And then what, they had bubbles going up the wall. Yeah. They want $5 for that. Come on, people. Anyways, I'm done. Frames, there's a couple nice frames. I measured not the size I need, unfortunately. I still haven't framed my, I haven't even thought about it for a while. My bird, she's sitting in the frame in the pantry, but she's not in a proper frame. I didn't cut it, I just folded it under. What am I talking about? The flamingo that Candace gifted me. I've been looking for a nice ornate frame, but haven't found one. It's okay. When it's meant to be, it'll be. No rush on these things. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I think I'm done. Look on this wall all the time, but then they started taking the good stuff and putting it in the display case and just putting the, you know, whatever out here. So I quit looking at it, to be honest. Used to have great stuff, but now they put it in the display and charge you $20, $30. So it used to be like $3 and stuff, which was, you know, worth your time to stand here and look at all this. But now they just put the junky stuff out here. Yeah, they've changed a lot in the thrifting world. You could find amazing stuff because they didn't have all the pickers and stuff like that. It was good. Now it's hit and miss, but I still enjoy it. Just don't find the stuff you used to find. Looking at some plants. Look, this if it was in a, this could be cute, kind of like a bonsai. It's a jade, I know, in that family. This is beautiful. How hard it is to care for. It's $16. These are cool too. She said there's orchids inside, so I'm gonna go take a look at that. This is where I got this plant. And mine's doing wonderful. So, you know, mine's dripping down to the ground now. So it's definitely being cared for. How the orchids look. If they're not great, I'm gonna buy 3 plants and make one out of it. Make my own little terrarium looking thing or something. Look at that jade, she's beautiful. Really pretty. Oh, I should get a lottery ticket. I think it's 50 million tonight. I'm going to. I'll do that on my way out. Okay. Let's see what they have. To show you, I haven't been up here for a while. I didn't know they had all this up here. Why is my car locking? Anyways, yeah, I've been looking for Creepin' Jenny all summer, and it's mixed. I just want it by itself. 3 for $3. Oh, that's not a bad price. It's not that healthy looking though. I wanted it for the front basket. I'm at the point. It's like almost. Well, it's we're just entering July. So really, what's the point of buying anything unless it's a perennial? Well, Creepin' Jenny is a perennial. But anyways, pretty, right? So pretty. Well, that's nice. There used to be a jewelry store in here that I got my jewelry fixed one time before in here. And hopefully he's still here because I need to fix my tennis bracelet. He's gonna fix it while I wait, which is beautiful. So I got a really pretty orchid, this one here. It's not about me being cheap or anything, about not buying a new pot, but it's just kind of so pretty and a little bit Asian looking. I could have bought a new one, sure, but I think this will work. Colors are really pretty with the colors in here. Tried not to go burgundy because that's not her color. She's spring colors, I guess, but I was either white or pink, lots of pinks. And this is the only one I could find that was a bit unique. I hope she likes it. I don't have a lot of ribbons, so I have a black sheer one, but it's pretty. That's the ribbon I have. It's what I'm going to use. It's still pretty. I just found some orange, so I'm going to use the orange instead. I think maybe we'll see how it looks. I think the orange is better than the black. I would have loved like a green or something, but I looked in my stash. I just don't have it. I thought I had a bunch, but it's probably way down in the Christmas stuff now that I think about it. But anyways, it looks good. And then I have this other one that's kind of a chenille. I know I have some of that down in the laundry room. If I run back down, I might grab that. But it's pretty enough. She's just going to take that off anyways. Well, it's 10:15 and I was just editing the video and realized I never closed. So I came on to say I'm going to close. I took the pink candles out of they were melted in that heat. We went up to about 108, which is very unusual for Toronto. Like highs like 95 maybe, but, and it's June, which is, you know, crazy. It might be the end of June. It's still June though. I could see that in the middle of July or August, but not June. So, but I guess it was happening all over, not just us. But I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to go out to the birthday party. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm going to go have a nice shower and jump into bed. the house has really cooled off. We had a break today, which was beautiful, and the temperature switched, and it feels lovely. I love the heat, but that was ridiculously hot, especially up here in the tree house. It gets really hot. So it's perfect temperature in here now. I think it's like 23 or 24. That's perfect. Celsius, I'm saying. Anyways, good night, everybody. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and keep your life pretty, princess. Sexy times all the time. We'll see you on the rebound.